Hey, they got me in a groove, got me in the mood. I'm excited about this, y'all. I just get excited when I think, y'all, I'm excited about today. Y'all, welcome to Poppy's Conversation Corner. It's your boy, Carrie, y'all, and I know y'all see my surroundings. I am on the road, but yes, we are here having this Poppy's Conversation Corner because it's vital. This information is vital. We share vital information every week with some phenomenal people. But today's person, when I tell you, if you've not heard of this young lady, I'm speaking this prophetically, that this is the person that you need in your life, that you want in your life. Her name is Paris Hamilton. She's a phenomenal young lady with a spirit like none other. You know, when you hear people say, you got a spirit like none other. No, this lady has a spirit like none other. I mean, she's always on 10. I've never seen her in a down moment. Even in her down times, you couldn't tell because her light just shines so bright, so bright. It's sometimes like you want to tell her to dim her light, but you can't tell nobody to dim her light. I'm not going to tell Paris to dim her light. But today, y'all, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about her. We have Paris Hamilton, a phenomenal young therapist doing some phenomenal work. We have the opportunity to have a conversation with her, to learn something about her, learn more about her, what she's doing, where she come from. Like, we want to learn. I'm gonna dig deep today, y'all. I'm digging deep. You know why? Because Paris is deep. So I'm gonna ask our producer to prepare himself to bring Paris Hamilton onto this screen. I'm excited about this, y'all. Oh my God. It's the shimmy. It was the shimmy. It was the shimmy. I just love Paris, y'all. I do. Initially, like when I met Paris, it was like we known each other for our whole life. She gives that to you. She gives you that. Like, she makes you feel like you've been in her life her whole life. And it's like, how do you do this? Like, she every person though. I'm not talking about just me. Every person she comes across is like, do you know them? It's like, she's like, no, I just met them. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, it's her personality. But Paris, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I am well. I am doing well. You know, we are now finally transitioning to the fall season down here in Dallas. So I have finally been able to be set free from the shackles of this heat that we've been experiencing. It has been literally a smooth 100 degrees for months when I moved down here. And now we're starting to see relief where it's gone from like 100 down to 90. We've gone from 90 down to 80. Now we get to like 70s and 60s. So I am here for it. So it's giving very much Cincinnati crisp fall, and I'm loving it.
Yes. The crazy thing is, because you're leading the conversation. See, that's why I like you. You make this easy. She's leading the conversation without leading the conversation. So you already brought up the whole Dallas thing. So I thought you were in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But you're actually in Dallas.
Yeah. So, like, originally speaking, I had plans on moving to Houston, right? Once I graduated from my university, Prairie View A&M University, HBCU spotlight. I just fell in love with the South. Like, I fell in love with what it had to offer, the Black culture down here. And I saw myself living in Houston for a really, really long time. And it wasn't until I started like visiting Dallas a little bit more that I kind of felt like it was more of a nice, happy medium of the liveliness I was looking for, but also still that personal, family-oriented type of vibe that it gave. And I think where I am right now, my season of life, I think it's a perfect balance for me. And if I had to go down there and have a good time, I can get on that road.
It's on the road.
You can get down to Houston in 3 hours.
So I love that because it's about 3 hours, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours. Or it could be a little 2 hour and 59.
There you go. If you cut it a little minute short, you got it. You got it. No, so you already spoke again. Like I said, you made this easy. You spoke about your school because I want to highlight that Paris is a therapist. She's a licensed therapist, y'all. So if you're looking for a licensed therapist, she offers virtual services if you're in Cincinnati. And the awesome thing is that we're about to hibernate ourselves. Hibernate. We're about to hibernate. We're not hibernating at all. Yes, get on the right track. No, we're jumping to Texas. So we're actually gonna start our practice actively happening in Texas, and Paris is going to be spearheading that, y'all. I'm speaking it because she's there and we need her. So she's going to be offering services. Right now, she's offering services virtually. So if you're interested, you can't book with her because she just cut her calendar off. But anyhow, but when we get down in Texas, she's going to have some office hours, y'all, because we're going to get her office space and she's going to be able to see you face to face. But I wanted to talk about your school. You already spoke about the HBCU experience. That's what I want to talk about today because I see your AKA. Shout out to that fine sister who's an AKA. So tell us something about your college experience. Like, what was that?
Absolutely. So for a lot of people who know me and don't know me, I kind of grew up in a very blank environment, if y'all can catch the vibe that I'm saying without being, unpolitically correct. So all my life, I've kind of been surrounded in these environments where I was obviously the odd man out and kind of the token Black child for a lot of the diversity. It wasn't until I went to high school that I realized that this was a space that I kind of wanted to be more in. So I went to high school at St. Ursula in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's a high esteemed private all-girls school in the city of Cincinnati, like rated top 5, if not the number one all-girls school in the city. And although we did have some diversity, it still posed its challenges when it came to cultural awareness, even though we did have a diversity director at the time. Shout out to Toyland O'Neill if she's going to be watching this in the near future. But she was one of the people who kind of kept the culture going for people of minority at St. Ursula. And it was kind of like one of those things where I was like, I don't want to be in this space when I go to college, right? Because I feel like going to an all-girls school, especially one that's really high esteemed, they try to sway you to going to schools that mimic that same environment. So when I was in high school, my guidance counselor, fun fact, this is kind of all going to tie into my story. My guidance counselor was trying to get me to go to, schools that were local, like go to OU, go to UC, and kind of just staying within the Ohio limits. And I kind of felt like she was stifling me a little bit and not kind of seeing that I had more potential to go outside of the Cincinnati limits to actually pursue higher education and kind of trying to keep me boxed in. So what that really ultimately looked like is that when it came to my senior year and it was, it's time to do college tours and things of that nature, I told myself that I wanted to go to an HBCU. My mother is an alum of Kentucky State. Don't ask me her graduating year, y'all. Just know my mama's up there and she's that girl. Okay, she's a girl.
She's
okay?
that girl. She's
that girl. No Beyonce. So one thing that really stuck out to me was a lot of the stories that my mom used to tell me as a child of her experience at her HBCU. And the camaraderie she had, some of the people she met along the way, the bonds that she created, and the bonds that she still has to this very day from Kentucky State. And that really inspired me to want to have that same experience mimicked in my own life. So at the time, I was kind of looking at different universities, but they were all in the South. So I was looking at Florida A&M. I was looking at North Carolina A&T. I was also looking at Tennessee State. And I was looking at Southern University, which is located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And then I was looking at Prairie View. Yes, I listen, I thought I was going to be a Southern Jaguar. Yes, I thought I was going to be a Southern Jaguar. But I essentially decided, hey, Mom, this is the time. It was during spring break. And that's, when a lot of times when kids who have the means to do so go and visit schools. So I kind of narrowed it down because, for one, fun fact, I had a terrible GPA in high school. terrible. When I say terrible, like if most college recruiters would have looked at my GPA, they would have been like, girl, why are you even applying? Right? The gag is, it's because the way that our grading scale was at St. Ursula, it was very competitive, and my grades would have compared to a normal public school on like the high B plus, high A level, when mine were actually in the C minus average, and an occasional D, right? So at the time I was like, I'm probably not gonna be able to get into college. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get in nowhere. Like, my GPA is low. Like, who is gonna even want to, take me in? So I was even looking at junior colleges at one point in time, because I was like, at least I can do 2 years at JUCO, finish out my 2 years at HBCU, and kind of see what it looks like. But I came down for spring break. This is all, once again, tying into my story, y'all. So as I was, visiting schools, we went to Prairie View, right? So my mom's like, how about you look up Prairie View and see if anything sticks out to you? Because I always knew that I wanted to, be in the mental health field. And I found out that Prairie View produced the highest numbers for Black therapists and psychologists in the state of Texas. I was like, oh, that speaks volumes if y'all producing, minority mental health providers. So went down to the school. Campus was gorgeous. I mean, it's probably one of the most well-kept HBCU campuses I have seen ever in my life. And I kid you not, Carrie, like as soon as I stepped foot on University Drive, I told my mom, I don't want to look nowhere else. I said, this is where I'm going to school.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is
home. Like, I stepped on there and I just saw myself doing amazing things there, and getting involved and being a participant in the, the Black school culture. And it was just amazing. So, and the funny story about it, the recruiter at Southern University called me because I put my application in, and he said, Miss Paris, we just calling down here from Southern to see if you're going to take your talents down to Baton Rouge. And I said, the only way y'all going to do that, y'all going to give me a full scholarship. He said, babe, we can't afford to do that. We have a great semester at Prairie View. I said, dang, the man didn't want to give me a little $5,000.
You tried it. You tried it, though. You tried it. That's it.
Failure. You know what I'm saying? When God gives you an opportunity, you better ask for it. Amen. Hallelujah.
That's it. The closed mouth don't get fed.
So I came to Prairie View in 2012. I graduated in 2016 on time, and here we are today, a proud HBCU alumnus. So
yes. So you've had that experience, and I know you. So I know you were active on the campus. Everybody knew who PH was. They knew you. They knew you was gonna have a good time every time you stepped any place in the campus. So how did you pledge? Like, how was that? Like, how did that happen? Was it you went down there and you said, I'm gonna join a sorority? Like, I'm gonna get or how did that come about? Like, did you always want to be an AKA?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. I mean, for me personally, my mom's one.
Okay.
My grandmother is one. So I have a long family lineage of AKAs, along with extended family, and a lot of how us Black folks do. We got our adoptive aunties.
Yeah.
They're aunties, but they're our mama's really good friends.
Yes.
So all my aunties are AKAs as well. So that was an influence for me, because I see a lot of the women who were in Cincinnati at that time growing up in high affluent areas, and they identify, with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I said, I see myself being one of these women. Like, I see myself making an impact. I see myself helping out in the community. And, I really was determined to become a part of the sorority at that time, and a part of the chapter at Prairie View A&M University. And shout out to the Zeta Gamma chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So I, without saying too much, because obviously, Greek life, you can't say too much, but I definitely did my due diligence of making sure my face was known on campus and being in the positive circles and kind of getting involved in various things. So I like to tell people, outside of me being an AK, I'm an individual first, right? Mm-hmm. So I was one of those people. I was a Panther advisory leader as well. That means I was more of a mentor for incoming freshmen. So like you said, Carrie, with my personality, I was that one super annoying person on campus that was helping you find your dorm, find your classes. I was teaching you the fight song for the football games. Hey, dear Prairie View, triple the purple and gold. I was doing all of that. So, listen, still remember.
Yeah. Oh, it ain't going nowhere. Like I said,
I was involved in PALs. I was also involved in campus activities board, which was essentially like the group of students on campus who put on different curated events. They also planned the homecoming concerts. So I was on that committee for many years. And then, of course, I did, PV Goes Green, which was our community service of cleaning trash around campus. And I also was, just doing a lot of different things because I wanted to get involved. And I really wanted to really hone into my 4 years at college and really get the college experience. So, of course, that just kind of came into like, hey, I can do all these talents and then some if I'm able to get the opportunity to be a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha. So I was able to fortunately make the line of 35 other women who had the same vision in common. Yes. So I pledged my sophomore year of college and been a member ever since. So now that I'm here in Texas and I'm kind of starting to get a little bit more established, I'm actually going to visit a graduate chapter this Saturday because one thing about Greek life that a lot of people don't understand, especially when it comes to our our Caucasian counterparts, this is a lifetime commitment, right? It's not something that you do in college for fun. It's not something you do just because you like to stroll. It's not something you like to do because you like to wear the colors. This is a business, and we perpetrate in that business by giving our time, giving our money, giving our talents. And like I said, it's not going to stop here for me. So I truly am excited to see what reactivation looks like for me as far as getting established with the chapter down here. So it was a beautiful experience to say the least. And I have made amazing bonds, not only with the line that I came in with, but anyone that I come in contact with that carries that shield of Alpha Kappa Alpha on their chest. So
it's just for me, every time you speak, it's like a proud parent. I just look at amazement. It's like parents will wow you. And the crazy thing is, with the personality, the jovial, that type of thing.
Billy go,
It's the no, it was the no. But no, with this personality, this young lady is deep though. She is deep, and she can go there. She can sit at the table with the best of them. I want y'all to know that. I want you to know that this young lady.
You to know that.
See, I told her like she don't play either. She don't play either. I just love your personality. But I'm gonna ask you to put in your head before we leave off. I want you to share some words of encouragement, wisdom before we get off. So start thinking about that. I have another question before we sign off. How did you get to Poppy's Therapeutic Corner? Like,
wow.
Yeah. Because I don't, and the crazy thing, I'm asking for myself, because, child, I don't know.
Do you know the story?
I don't know the story.
Do you know?
Do you know the story?
That your baby was. Carrie, okay. All right. So the story how I came to Poppy's is really, really unique. I had met Jen in passing, let's just say that. And needless to say, kind of like you, she really just said, hey, you really seem like you would be a great fit for our practice. And I can really see some good things, coming your way if you're really, really interested. So at the time, self-disclosure moment, I was in a peril of emotions because I was in grad school at Xavier University back in Cincinnati. And I was towards the end of my program, getting ready to graduate, and I had failed 3 classes in grad school, which kind of put my graduation date back. So let's make this very clear, y'all. I didn't fail with no F. I failed with a C because a C in grad school is considered failing, not no F. So let's make that very clear, okay? So I failed a couple classes. I was getting really, really discouraged, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not meant to be a therapist. Like, maybe this isn't my thing. Maybe this isn't my jam. Like, maybe I need to figure out a different career path, or maybe just drop out of the program. So Jen was like, no, I got an opportunity for you. Just quit your job. Like, quit your job. Like, this woman was literally telling me to quit my 9-to-5 job at Cincinnati Children's Hospital as an intake coordinator and come work with her. And I said, well, Jen, I can't do that. Like, I literally can't leave. I have tuition reimbursement on my back. And if I leave, I'm going to have to pay that money back. What did I say that for? Jen said, how much does it cost? I said, huh? She said, I'm asking how much does it cost? I said, I done probably racked up a pretty penny. She said, you tell me how much it is, and I'll get you out. I was like, oh, man, I don't want to feel indebted to nobody. I don't want to feel indebted to nobody. Like, I'm just going to chill. I'm going to chill. So she offered me this opportunity to come over to Withrow, not once, not twice, but thrice offered me this opportunity as a case manager at that time. This was before I passed my NCE. So, like I said, God works in mysterious ways. He just spoke to me. He said, this is your career. He said, I need you to be truthful in that. And I need you to understand the plan that I have for you and be confirming in that, even if you don't know what the outcome is going to look like. And, like as a Christian, it's hard sometimes to follow in that path of, oh my God, is God literally telling me to quit what I'm doing and that I know is bringing me security, bringing calm, consistent pay for me to literally get up and say, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. I kid you not. Jen called me that third time. She said, I need you to quit your job today because I have something better for you, something that's going to bring you joy, and that's something that's going to give you light. I literally talked it over with God, and God said, I need you to go. I tell you, that day she called me, I sent that 2-week notice to my manager's email, and I booked out of there, and I came to Withrow Labor Day of this past school year. And I became a school-based therapist at the Withrow University High School. Shout out to the Withrow Tigers. I miss my babies so much.
They miss you.
I miss my babies so
much.
They
miss you.
Like I said, I love my kids, honey. They kept me young, child. I was over here doing TikToks in the hallways and telling folks to get the
everything.
The auntie and me, but
everything.
That's how I came to Poppy's. And then, of course, too, I decided to pick up, the outpatient caseload in addition to working at the school because with me getting my clinical hours towards my independent licensure, I want to get as many hours as possible. So I've been at Poppy's now, it's been a year. Officially, I've been with the Poppy's practice. So it has been a beautiful year. It has been an amazing year. It has been a blessed year and a full circle year at that because, once again, when you feel like the talents that you have are not enough, God reaffirms that because for the things that and the talents that I give and the ministry that God put on my life, I still wouldn't be getting clients virtually. My clients who I had back home in person would have said, no, I can't stay with you. I got to be in person in a couch. My clients are like, I don't care if you're virtual. I don't care if you're on the planet Mars. I'm coming with you. And that really reaffirms that I know that this is the ministry that God has me on to really make a difference in people's life, especially in the Black community. So I'm just so blessed and thankful to continue to do the Lord's work every single day.
So I'll backtrack a little bit before I let you give us the motivational speech because we're gonna get a speech, y'all. I want y'all to know that Paris is gonna lay it down hard for you. But what I will say is the awesome thing about Jennifer Sheard is when she sees something, she sees something, and that's her gift. She saw something in you. And she said that's why she had everybody don't get that opportunity. No. Everybody's not been offered that opportunity. Is like in a sense, it's either you come or you don't come. You know what I mean? She saw something in you that this world is going to see because you have a light, you have something in you, and we're not on here to be speaking prophetically. Lift your hands and receive it, but you have a light on you, and it's when the world catches this light, and they're catching it. You're spreading it every place you go, and I'm telling you, how every place she go, like I'm sure as a child, her parent was like, "Get over here." Paris probably was over there trying to meet people. Hi, how are you?
Yes, facts.
She is a light, and we need more people in this world like you. We do. It'll be a much better place. I need to be like you. Because I have the fear of people. You go up to people. I'd be too timid to go.
Baby, ask you about your trauma.
Yes. I'm gonna come sit on your couch.
That's childhood 96.
Yes.
And pull up that scar on your knee and why you got it. Because there's a story behind it.
It's a story. But no, I just want to say that Jen saw something in you, and I'm grateful that she answered the call, that she heeded to the call to do whatever she needed to do to get you, because this is just a step. Poppy's Therapeutic Corner, I will say, is just a step for you, because when you get to that top peak, it's all from there, because there's so much more out there for you, like opportunity, people to meet, the tables that you're going to sit at. I'm just grateful to know that we knew you first. Well, at least not first. We knew you at the start. Yes, at the start of this thing. We knew you at the start. Now, we were at the bottom. Don't forget us when you get to
Oh,
the top.
never, never,
Yes, when you
never.
get to that top,
No,
don't, yeah. Just remember that we're here for you. We're here. But
absolutely.
no. So share with us something encouraging, like something you share with your clients, in a sense, not so much private, but like to encourage them, motivate them. What do you have for us?
Just kind of going back to what I said earlier, when God has a calling on your life, it's going to be so scary to answer it. Sometimes God will literally give you the answer that you're looking for, and the idea and the reality of actually following through his plan is a lot more scary than actually just falling into our own flesh and doing what we feel is best for us in the moment. So, the best advice that I can give anybody listening to this today is know that God is in control. The trials, the tribulations, the things that you're going through. And I hate to say it, even some of the trauma you've experienced, it's not to break you down, it's to provide you with this ministry to be able to help the next person that comes into your life, that walks past you, that you speak to, and they, like you said, see that prophetic word or that prophetic, spirit over their life. And I just truly believe that healing is going to come, confirmation is going to come, winning is going to come, advancement is going to come. Like, in the famous words of Jacqueline Carr, you're going to win. Like, you are going to win in anything that you do, as long as you surrender to God's plan, not fall within your own mind, and just continue to be steadfast and be confident in what is for you. So
I love it. I love it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, y'all. I knew she was gonna drop that. When she dropped it, you got to catch it. Catch it. Reach up and grab it.
And then you might drop it, then you go pick it back up. Other than that,
yes. It's okay. What you can do is you can play back this video and catch it again. Yes. Share this video though.
At 2040, y'all can catch that prophetic word. We'll move.
Yes. Go to that specific time and catch it. But y'all do us a favor and share this video. Let somebody know that we were talking with the Paris Hamilton, a phenomenal young therapist doing some phenomenal work. We're excited about it. Paris, thank you. Y'all, you can visit us at poppystherapeuticcorner.com. You can read her bio and learn more about her. When she is ready to accept more clients, we can get you with her when she's ready.
Yeah, baby. We gonna make it shake. We're gonna make it do what it do. Right now, it's got to get the clients that I got right now healed well enough that I can every 2 weeks and I can new folks. So if we're gonna have to put a little birdie out there, let's look at the end of December, top of January for new clientele. Okay. So
she's telling me that, guys. She's telling
me. Okay. 7, 8, 9 p.m. Carrie.
Yes, I got you. No, so this is the thing. So I have people in training, which I think you know.
Amen.
So we're excited about.
Yeah, that's all that needs to be said, baby.
We're excited about the growth. So they'll get it. You remember how I used to be? It was me at one point.
Yes, it was you, but guess what?
It was me at one point.
Now you got your own ministry. Now you can take that rest that you need and be able to deposit back into yourself.
Yes, I'm excited about it. Y'all, but again, this was a Poppy's Conversation Corner with Paris Hamilton. Y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Paris, for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
We're here every week at 1 p.m. Join us. Now that 1 p.m. Join us every week. Share the video, heart it. Thank y'all. We'll see you next week. Thanks.
See ya.